All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat number one. Martin Long and Michael Wiseman on the front row. Jacob Van, Ryan McDaniel on the second row. Jeremy Edwards, Brandon Murphy on the third row. David Lux, Kenny Storkson on the fourth. Brian Hewitt, J.R. Tanksley. Round out your top 10. Edmund Jones starting in 11th next to Kirk Marble in 12th. John Berry will start in 13th, Chance Maderick in 14th, and Timmy Martin in 15th. It is a bumpy track here at Nashville. As Chance Maderick was saying, this track is hard enough in a big stock car that can take the bumps very well, but these little Legends cars, they don't take those big bumps so well. Martin Long and Michael Wiseman did not grid. Hopefully we see them both start from pit road here tonight. Hey, good evening, Steven Seams. How are you, buddy? One more time around, the drivers will let loose. Just shy of 6/10 of a mile here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Pace car is in. Jacob Van, Ryan McDaniel on the front row. They fire and are away. Green flag is in the air at the Fairgrounds. 3 wide back in the pack as they come out of turn 2. We've got a car hard in the outside wall. It was Chance Maderick and Jacob Van. Brandon Murphy now in the lead. Ryan McDaniel in second. Another wreck back behind. David Lux to the inside wall. Looks like several other cars got tangled up back behind and he won. Brandon Murphy still has the lead. Ryan McDaniel in second. David Lux, J.R. Tanksley have both towed to pit road. Jeremy Edwards also on pit road. Kenny Storkson has crashed back behind, has recovered. Edmund Jones has also had a problem back behind. Hey, good evening, Tina. Steven, where is your wheel, buddy? Jacob Van is now towed to pit road. With 2 drivers not taken to the grid, more drivers will make the feature. But these guys that are having problems here. Brandon Murphy is blinking. These guys are having problems here in the early going. Could be in trouble for making the feature. J.R. Tanksley is coming back out to try and get into the feature. Three laps to go. Brandon Murphy still has the lead. Ryan McDaniel in second. Kirk Marble battling with John Barry, both drivers up 9 spots. Timmy Martin up 10 spots into 5th. Brian Hewitt up 4 spots now into 5th. Ryan McDaniel just set the fastest lap of the heat. The battle is really on right behind him. Two laps to... No, white flag is in the air for Brandon Murphy. Kirk Marble in 3rd, just set the fastest lap. Can he get there, though? Out of turn 4, Brandon Murphy will win Heat 1. Ryan McDaniel comes home in 2nd, Kirk Marble in 3rd, John Barry in 4th, Brian Hewitt in 5th. On to heat number 2, Mike Hoyt, Brad Ronning on the front row, Becky Snodgrass, Vern Spring have the 2nd, Dave Holmberg, Scott Snodgrass on the 3rd row. Jaden Dahlberg and Richie Joplin on the 4th row. Andrew Thornton and the Maniac round out the top 10. Austin Thornton starting in 11th. Cody Kennedy in 12th. Brendan Tracy in 13th. Chris Johnson rounds out the field. Actually, Steven, you would be very, very surprised. I think more than one of these guys do. So get it hooked up, set up, and get out here for the late models. This is a fun track. We mentioned it during the pre-race. We'll be talking to J.R. Tanksley here in a few moments, but there is a movement to try and get rid of this historical track. This track has been here since let me make sure I tell you correctly. Track was opened in 1904 into this configuration in 1958. Well, Kenny, you definitely were getting it done. Pace car is in. Becky Snodgrass in control. Green flag is in the air. Heat number 2 underway. Oh, 3 and 4 wide through 1 and 2. Several cars caught up. Matt Moniak, Richie Joplin, Brendan Tracy all involved. Vern Spring has taken the lead. Becky Snodgrass has had a problem. Chris Johnson has had a problem. Jaden Dahlberg, one of the new drivers here tonight, already up to 2nd place. Scott Snodgrass now up into 3rd. Cody Kennedy up 8 spots into 4th. Scott just took 2nd place. Jaden Dahlberg went around. Vern Spring just set the fastest lap of the heat, has opened up a 1.3 second lead. Brad Ronning has had a problem. 2 cars so far on pit road. Remember, the feature will only take 24 drivers. Two drivers did not grid in heat number 1, so that does help a little bit, but Brendan Tracy up 5 spots into 8, just set the fastest lap of the heat. Chris Johnson now up 8 spots into 6. He was caught up in that lap 1 incident. Richie Joplin in 10th, or 9th, Matt Moniak in 10th, both involved in that lap 1 incident as well. Cody Kennedy in 3rd, running down Scott Snodgrass. And don't forget, folks, check out our pinned post on Facebook if you're wanting to get in on the iRacing action. We're going to give away 2 new memberships this Friday. Two laps to go for Vern Spring. Can he hold off a hard-charging Scott Snodgrass? Cody Kennedy back in 3rd, reeling them both in. Will he have enough time? White flag is in the air for Vern Spring. Scott right on his bumper, but does he have enough left to get there? Scott looks to the high side in 3 and 4. And out of turn 4, it will be Vern Spring getting its first heat win of the season. Scott coming home in 2nd. Cody Kennedy had a big charge to come home in 3rd. On to the warm-up, and while the drivers are getting those few laps of practice in here, we're going to get a word with J.R. Tanksley about Nashville, the Nashville Fairgrounds track. JR, it's Doug. You got me, buddy?
Got you, Dougie. How's it going?
Hey, going good at the Nashville Fairgrounds, and we talked about it earlier. Some people are trying to do some evil stuff here.
Yeah, they built a soccer stadium back behind it a few years ago, and it was all fun and games, and now they're wanting to tear this track down to put in a parking garage and a drag strip for electric cars. So we're trying to do everything we can to save this place.
Seems like they can't make up their mind what they want to put in here. They just want to close it down because some people are saying what you just mentioned. Some people are talking about affordable housing and just all sorts of different things. But the long and short of it is they just want this track gone.
They don't want it here. They want to take the history out of Nashville and modernize it. And in my opinion, you should just leave it the way it is. This track's been here since 1904. It should be here till 2104, in my opinion.
At least that long. They've been trying for years, especially when NASCAR said, hey, we want to go back here with the Cup Series. They've really been trying to get this place shut down, despite all the benefits it has to the community.
Oh, I mean, even the revenue this track brings in a year is, believe it or not, Doug, is 3 times what that soccer team brings in a season. So I don't understand it. It's guys with deep pockets and last names I can't even begin to understand how to pronounce that get their way with whatever they want to do. So,
well, man, hopefully it turns around. You definitely had an interesting heat, but managed to get back out. Can you get in victory lane here tonight?
We're going to give it all we got, Doug. I I want to thank the guys at SaveMyFairgrounds.org for letting me run this paint scheme tonight. It was a no-brainer. I asked, and they were immediately like, yes, of course. So if you don't mind, just take a few seconds out of your day, go to SaveMyFairgrounds.org, sign the petition, and as many names as we can get will help. So,
well, man, good luck tonight. Hopefully we see that car in victory lane.
that's the plan, Dougie.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
SaveTheFairgrounds.org. Go there, sign the petition. Let's not let another racetrack get ran away. It has happened too many times in the last several years. A minute, just over a minute and a half to go. Chris Johnson just topped the leaderboard in warm-up, but John Barry is right up there with him. Coming into tonight, Andrew Thornton has the points lead over the Maniac. That points lead now down to 6 points after last week. Richie Joplin currently sits in third and picked up a lot of points over the last 2 weeks. Closing in on these two, Edmund Jones in fourth, Timmy Martin in fifth. Who will it be in victory lane tonight? If you have a favorite driver in the field, as always, drop in the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for. Hey, good evening, Ethan. How are you? Why aren't you out here tonight, bud? Also, don't forget to hit that like, follow, subscribe. Most importantly, hit that share button. Invite your friends and family out. Tonight is gonna be exciting. Oh, come on, Ethan. You know it's gonna be fun.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Brandon Murphy and Vern Spring on the front row. Ryan McDaniel, Scott Snodgrass have the second. Kirk Marble, Cody Kennedy on the third row. John Barry, Mike Hoyt on the fourth. Brian Hewitt and Dave Holmberg round out your top 10. Timmy Martin starting in 11th, next to Austin Thornton in 12th. Edmund Jones in 13th. Brendan Tracy in 14th. Kenny Storkson in 15th. Andrew Thornton in 16th. Jeremy Edwards starting in 17th, next to Richie Joplin in 18th. Chance Maderick in 19th. Chris Johnson starts 20th. J.R. Tanksley, Matt Moniak, David Lux, and Brad Ronning round out the 24-car field here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Well, I hate to hear that, Ethan. We'll definitely miss having you out on track, buddy. Brandon Murphy, Vern Spring have the front row. This track is bumpy and slick and so much fun in anything that's a bigger car, but these cars have got to be a handful for these drivers here tonight. Definitely going to be interesting to see this one. Out of turn 4, green flag flies. We are down and away at the Nashville Fairgrounds. And already people going 3 wide out of turn 2. Scott Snodgrass is dropping back rapidly. Brandon Murphy has made it out front. Vern Spring in second. And caution! Caution is out on the as they come across the line. A bunch of cars involved. Chance Maddock, J.R. Tanksley, Jeremy Edwards, Matt Moniak, Kenny Storkson, Brendan Tracy, and Mike Hoyt all involved. Hoyt down on the bottom underneath Vern Spring. Oh, he gets down on the apron. And holy cow, looks like there was some more action behind. Brendan Tracy, oh, he gets a little bit of a tap from, I believe, Andrew Thornton. He goes for one heck of a ride. Jeremy Edwards also having some problems. Yeah, everybody checking up. This is where the big pileup goes. J.R. Tanksley in the Save the Fairgrounds car. He goes for a spin, but keeps it going, then gets a little bit of the wall. Brendan Tracy had to tow to pit road. A lot of drivers were able to make it around and have gone to pit road, gotten repairs. Brendan Tracy still on pit road. Kenny Storkson, J.R. Tanksley now scored a lap down. The other 21 cars still on the lead lap in the fight. Brandon Murphy out front. Vern Spring in second. Kirk Marble in third. Cody Kennedy in fourth. John Barry in fifth. And it looks like they will stack up for the restart. Everybody stacking back up side by side down the back straightaway. Pace car back in. Murphy in control. Fires. Green flag back in the air. Scott Snodgrass, he had some problems in the early going. Just went way up the track and won. Andrew Thornton is around. Brian Hewitt has had a problem. J.R. Tanksley involved. No caution as of yet. But things are already getting spicy back into turn one. Kirk Marble down to the... Oh, Kirk gets loose. Chris Johnson, another big wreck back behind. Caution back out lap 7. Two separate incidents happen here. Let's take a look at the first one. Brian Hewitt had a problem early on. Just gets loose out of 2, goes around. Thornton and J.R. Tanksley both have incidents. Looks like Andrew got low, gets into the apron and goes around, collects J.R. On to that second incident Chris Johnson was involved in. Oh, as Vern goes around into turn 2. And wow, Scott Snodgrass. Scott coming out of turn 2 as things begin to stack up. Just goes off the nose of another car. Finally gets the car to lay down. Chris Johnson, John Berry, Edmund Jones, Scott Snodgrass, Dave Holmberg, Ryan McDaniel, Edmund Jones, all caught up. Looks like Chance Maderick made it through, and apparently his view was quite wild. In car with Chance Maderick off into turn 1. And there it all begins to break loose. He gets down to the apron. John Berry is dead. Wow. Yeah, they got a bit close for Maderick. Hey, good evening, Russell. After that big one, Brandon Murphy in the lead still. Kirk Marble in second. Vern Spring in third. Cody Kennedy in fourth. Austin Thornton in fifth. Timmy Martin in sixth. The Maniac now up to seventh. Chance Maderick in eighth. Brad Ronning up 15 spots into ninth. And David Lux up 13 spots into 10th. Brandon Murphy in control as they come back around. The pace car about to drop in. Pace car is in. They fire green back in the air. Lap number 14, Brandon Murphy has led them all so far. 3 wide action mid-pack. Kirk Marble, Cody Kennedy now sitting at second, third. Vern Spring holding on to fourth. Here comes Austin Thornton on the attack, and caution. Caution is back out, lap 15. We've talked about how bumpy this track is and how quickly things can go wrong in a car this small. Mike Hoyt down on the bottom into turn 3, gets onto the apron. Richie Joplin has nowhere to go. John Berry, Richie Joplin both catch a piece of this one. J.R. Tanksley goes flying. Oh, JR just slides down the front straightaway, but sticks the landing. Unfortunately, had to tow it in. Richie Joplin also had to tow to pit road. He'll be back out. Both drivers hopefully back out soon. Brendan Tracy getting one of his laps back from the earlier incident. Meanwhile, Brandon Murphy out front. Lights are out on the pace car. Brandon Murphy, Kirk Marble have the front row. Pace car is in. Brandon Murphy in control. Green back in the air. Down the front straightaway toward turn one. Everybody sends it in through one. We're three wide, but Vern Spring managed to move forward. The Maniac down on the bottom on the attack. Kirk Marble has gone to the lead. Brandon Murphy holds on to second. Mike Hoyt, Ryan McDaniel have had a problem. McDaniel has gone to pit road and caution is out. Caution is out, lap number 20. Two separate incidents. Let's take a look. Ryan McDaniel on the high side, starting to make some moves. Oh, gets that bump in 3 and 4. Gets loose. Mike Hoyt also on the high side, right behind Ryan. Looks like he just overcorrected, trying to avoid him. Then the incident that brought out the caution. Timmy Martin trying to make his way forward. Oh, Vern Spring was around. Oh, Vern got bumped off the nose of the one, and everybody piles in. I think Edmund Jones caught a big piece of that one as he is towed to pit road. Yep, he got launched. Edmund hit that wreck so hard he got sent to the Shadow Realm. JR, we've all had runs like that, believe me. Kirk Marble pushing the pace car around. Brandon Murphy still holds on to second. Cody Kennedy in third. Austin Thornton fourth. Matt Moniak up 17 spots into fifth. Chris Johnson up 14 spots into sixth. Andrew Thornton up 9 spots into seventh. David Lux up 15 spots into 8th. They're going to go single file for the restart. Hey, good evening, Mark. Mark cheering on Kirk Marble and Cody Kennedy sitting in first and third. Pace car is on pit road. Green flag back in the air. 25 laps to go. And it appears Richie Joplin is out of this race. We'll be back for the late models. Sorry to hear that, Richie. Cody Kennedy battling for second place. Matt Moniak on the attack, but Andrew Thornton is coming forward. Kenny Storkson has had a problem. No caution yet. Let's see what happened with Storkson. Kenny running down Scott Snodgrass, just touches the apron, and 3 and 4, a hard lick to the inside. Every time we have seen somebody touch that apron here tonight, it has gone wrong. Don't forget, after this race, they will put up the legends, unpack the late models, and go at it once again here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. And if you guys want to get in on the action, we are having a giveaway, 2 iRacing memberships as part of our MS Society fundraiser for 2024. You can find all the details in the pinned post on Facebook. Kenny Storkson slow as the leaders come by. Brandon Murphy trying to stop the bleeding. He has dropped back to 5th. Now looking back underneath Andrew Thornton. Cody Kennedy now moving into 2nd, but Austin Thornton is on the march. Chris Johnson back in 6th. Scott Snodgrass has fought his way back up into 8th. Storkson has had another problem and going to pit road. Chris Johnson trying to get that run on Brandon Murphy. And the beautiful unicorn Angie James cheering on Cody Kennedy here tonight. Cody currently sits in 2nd place and is gaining ground on Kirk. And apparently Storkson's engine finally gave up. J.R. Tanksley has also come back out off pit road, but appears to have had a problem as well. That car heavily damaged. I'm surprised he could even get it rolling. He gives it a whirl, but man, he is going to be just limping that car around for points here tonight. But getting that save the Fairgrounds car anything you can. JR has gone back to pit road. Brandon Murphy now trying to hold off Chris Johnson and Matt Moniak. They finally got a run underneath. Scott Snodgrass closing in as well. Brad Ronning not far behind. Ronning having a great run tonight, up 15 spots into 9th. John Barry holding on for a top 10 at the moment. Jeremy Edwards starting to make his way forward now, 5 spots into 12th. David Lutz up 9 spots into 14th. Oh, big crash on the back straightaway. No caution. Now the caution. Caution is out with 10 to go. And it looked like somebody was flying on the back straightaway. Let's take a look. Austin Thornton bounces it off the wall, can't get it saved, collects Chris Johnson. Oh, Chris flies it into 3. Brandon Murphy catches a piece. Edmund Jones back behind. Oh, he gets clipped by Murphy. As he comes by, gets turned around to the outside wall. David Lux down on the bottom, almost clears. He gets hit by Chance Maderick and goes to the air. And Vern Spring, who had been having a strong night all night long, just woes it up and saves the car. Hey, Ryan, thank you so much for the stars, buddy. What an eventful race this one has been. All good, Ryan. All good, buddy. So Kirk Marble, Cody Kennedy, Andrew Thornton, Matt Moniak, Scott Snodgrass, now the top 5. Brad Ronning, Timmy Martin, Jeremy Edwards, Dave Holmberg, and Brian Hewitt, your top 10. Kenny Storkson says he needs a drink. Kenny, what do you want to drink, buddy?
With 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, a shot of whiskey, a margarita.
Kenny, you might want to slow down a little there, buddy. Lights are out, single file on the restart. It'll be about 5 to go when the green drops. Pace car is in. They fire green back in the air. 5 laps to go. Andrew Thornton all over. Caution is back out. Chris Johnson involved this time. Oh, there was a bit of bumping there on the restart. See what it looks like looking down from the blimp here. Chris and Chance just get together and yeah, Chance gets hooked briefly, thinks he's a helicopter. And don't forget, we still have late models here. Right after this race, they'll load the legends back into the trucks, unload the late models. We will go at it again here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. While you're waiting between the races, go to savethefairgrounds.org, sign the petition, and tell people, stop taking away our racetracks. I get a bit passionate about this because I grew up with a dirt track 30, 45 minutes from the house, roughly. We'd go quite often during the summer. That track had been there for probably 20 years. They built a fancy rich person neighborhood next to it and then complained about the noise. It's a little bit heartbreaking seeing all the great tracks, people trying to take them away, shut them down. They're doing the same thing at Laguna Seca. Folks, if you build a house near a racetrack, there's gonna be noise. We will get a green-white checker here. Lights go out on the pace car. Pace car is in. Kirk Marble in control. Green flag back in the air. 2 to go at the line. Kirk gets a great launch, pulls out ahead. Cody Kennedy keeping Andrew off his back. Moniak, Scott Snodgrass still right there. Brad Ronning now is Timmy Martin looking up high. Out of turn 4, white flag is in the air. One more time around for Kirk Marble. Kirk fires it back off through the back straightaway. He has got a gap of half a second. And out of turn 4, Kirk Marble gets his first Jones BS Racing win. Cody Kennedy comes home in second. Andrew Thornton finishes in third. Matt Boniak in fourth. And Scott Snodgrass coming home in fifth. And let's see if we can get a word with our top 3, starting with Andrew. Andrew, that was definitely a wild race, but you come home with a podium after starting way back in 16th.
Yeah, well, better to be lucky than good, I guess.
Well, yeah, we know you're not good.
No, never.
Man, it was a great job. You did avoid a lot of chaos in making your way up to the front there. I think you got caught in one, but had a very good recovery.
I got caught in either the first or second one. I don't know. I restarted there at one point about 22nd, and I didn't think there was any chance we'd get anywhere near the front. But I'll take a podium. Had a good run there with Cody for second place. I think if he hadn't missed the shift on that final restart, and we might have had a good 3-wide run for the win.
I have to say, you did importantly finish ahead of Moniak. Moniak closing that points gap last week. Worked out perfectly for you tonight.
Oh, if he was going to try to pass me, we were going to the inside wall. That's all there was to it.
Well, man, great job tonight. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
Andrew Thornton coming home in third. Cody Kennedy comes home in second. Cody, man, not bad. Coming home in second, surviving all that's impressive.
Yeah, that was a pretty tough race there for a minute, and then all the cautions came out, and just praying to miss all the wrecks.
Well, you definitely pulled that off tonight. You make it through all the chaos and come home with a second place finish. A couple more laps, could you have gotten to Kirk?
No, at the end there, it just started quit turning. I think I might have, on the last run, I might have burned my tires off because as soon as I went in the corner, it just did not want to turn no more.
Well, still managed to hold on to second place with Andrew Thornton all over your back bumper, man. Great job tonight. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you. Glad I got the Fat Earth Comedy back in second place again.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
And finally, our winner. Kirk, congratulations. Your first ever Jones BS Racing win.
Hey, Doug. Heck yeah.
That was definitely a wild one. Fortunately, you started in fifth, so you didn't have far to go.
I say, yeah, thankfully I was ahead of most of the trouble that race.
That definitely seemed to pay off. You had to be really lucky to get through all of it, but being out front and keeping it behind you definitely pays off.
Oh, yeah, clean air is king.
It definitely got the job done tonight, man. You get in victory lane for the first time. Now the late models get put up. The legends get put up. The late models come out. Can you sweep the night?
I say, I don't know. It's been a real long time since I've driven that car, so we'll see. I'll give it my best shot.
Well, great job. Congrats on the win, and good luck in the second race.
Thanks, Doug.
Kirk Marble gets the win, but now he's going to take that legend back to the truck, get it ready to go. We're going to bring back the late models here in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere, folks.